Hi everybody. Well, today's post is about when I told Guy. I I told Guy to come in and talk, and I told him everything. I told him I needed to be alone. I told him that, look, I've been in a relationship for so many years and I can't get into something so serious, and I need to end it now before things keep getting more and more and more serious. Now, I'm going to skip a little bit here and I'm just going to kind of share what happened because he was tremendously upset. We just sat there holding hands in silence and he was like in shock. And he asked me 3 times, do you want me to wait until after March, which was going to be after the month was over? So he thought, just give her a little bit of time and maybe she'll change her mind. And you know, it's what I said in the last video. I knew what needed to happen. It was such a surety inside, a knowingness, just like the knowingness that I had when I asked David for a divorce. I got to a point of knowingness. And no, I didn't want to hurt Guy, my God. But I knew that he was not the one and there was more for me to experience. And so I told him, and I told him no 3 times when he said, do you want me to wait until after March? So he got up and I walked him to the door and he just grabbed me and hugged me and burst out crying and said, Je t'aime très fort, Erin. I love you so much, Erin. And I felt that I should feel like him and feel like crying, but actually I felt the opposite. When you have a knowingness inside, you don't doubt yourself anymore. And all my soul felt was a sense of just openness and freedom again. And that's really when you know that you're making the right choice. So I did. I felt, as soon as I closed the door, this lightness, and it felt amazing. Now, after a couple of days, my pneumonia started to get better and better and better. And actually, Guy called and he told me that he was actually doing better. So don't worry about him. Okay, cool. And he said, just take care of yourself. So that was great. And I really was excited to just spend more time with Sandra, spend more time with myself. And you know, the interesting thing that happened is that I realized during this time that the month of March was the month that my divorce was going to be final. And that really let me know why this pneumonia had surfaced. It was bringing up, I was coughing and coughing from the depth, like I had it deep in the bottom of my lungs. I saw the whole x-ray, and that was coming up and coming up and coming up, and it was like coughing. It was such a clearing. And I thought, how beautiful that experience was happening. Now, it wasn't pleasurable again, but that's what needed to happen. And it was like a closure because now my pneumonia was over. Guy, I had let that go. I'd given myself permission, and now it was like life was starting all over again. Okay, here is what happened. Guess what? I'm going to Italy with the other au pair I've been writing back and forth with. This could not come at a better time. Honestly, I need to get away, be with Erin again, explore and experience life without stress. I can't wait. On a plus side, my sickness has had kind of a benefit. I've actually lost a bit of weight. I'm looking and feeling more like the real Erin again. I tried on my jeans and they actually fit very comfortably. Woohoo! Life is turning around. I leave for Italy in 2 weeks and it really cannot come fast enough. Oh, guess what? Sandra has a boyfriend. He's into spirituality, yoga, energy work. I'm so happy for her. She really wants me to meet him and her friends from her other language school. That is going to be fun. I'm up for meeting new people. Cher diary. Oh my God. It's 3:10 a.m., but I just had to write. Tonight, Sandra and I went to the mall to write some emails and do some shopping. We got hungry, so we tried to think of where to go. Now, earlier in the day, I had a thought rush in my head. You need to go to McDonald's. What? I thought. When I asked Sandra, what do you feel like eating? She said, how about McDonald's? Whoa! So we went, and after I got over the fact that I'd be eating fat, and while we were eating, this guy comes up to us and says, hi, I overheard you speaking English and I wondered if I could join you. I'm really missing talking English. He was doing a work experience and he was from Ireland and he was dying to speak English with people. We all got along instantly and exchanged phone numbers. He asked what we were up to tonight and we invited him along to this nightclub where we were going to meet Sandra's boyfriend and friends. I really didn't want to have Guy come because I wanted to feel free, but we promised him. As soon as we entered the club, a guy came up to Sandra to say hi, and I thought, whoa, is that her boyfriend? He's freaking gorgeous. Apparently, that was her friend, Emile. Dark, thick hair, tanned skin, Emile. Everyone spoke English, so we chatted and laughed, and I felt like I could really, truly express myself. Oh, it was a blast, except that Guy was acting like we were still dating. I tried all night to move away from him so I could talk with other people, but he kept following me, almost as if I was his, like he was trying to say that I was his. This angered me. Just let me be. I'm nobody's property, I wanted to say. The Irish guy asked me to dance, and while dancing, Guy came up and started dancing with us. I just wanted to be free and alone, but twice while I was sitting chatting, Guy leaned in and kissed me on the cheek. I saw that Emile witnessed this from over the distance, and I wanted to explain profusely to him that we weren't a couple. Anyway, I danced and danced, and my soul came alive. I could sense that the Irish guy, Gary, was interested. But was Emile? I thought so at times, but he was also chatting to the Swedish girl. God, he was cool. He dressed cool. He was so funny and so handsome. And he knew about the Edmonton Oilers. Being from Bulgaria and living in Prague, he was totally into ice hockey. Wow, a piece of home. Gary, Emile, and I had an absolute blast, laughing, talking, and dancing. Sandra said how wonderful it was that I was mingling so well with everybody, so she didn't have to feel pressure when she went off with her guy. Gary couldn't believe it when he found out that I'd never met these people before. It was my first time. He said, wow, you sure fit in easily. Guy felt tired, so finally he left. I was relieved. Emile asked me to dance to a slow song, and it felt amazing. Now he was my type. In fact, he was perfect. After our dance, Emile invited me to a big fair in town. It was an art fair. He was into art. Hello. Gary said he'd drop all of us off. And when we dropped Emil off, he came to my side of the car, opened the door and said, "What time do you want to go to the fair? I'll be there." I'm in dreamland. Dear diary. Oh, wow. What a fantastic weekend. I went to pick up Emil and another girl first. I was excited to see him. Damn, he looked so good, and he dressed so cool. He gave me a very warm embrace and cheek kiss, and I felt my eyes roll back in my head and my stomach flip. We then picked up Sandra and her guy and went to the art fair. I dropped everyone off at the door and was going to then find a parking spot. Emil stayed with me. We walked into the fair together, and it felt incredible. I'm going to stop there because I wanted you to know that, do you see how quickly the universe can gift you the experience that you desire when you ask for it and you give yourself permission to follow joy instead of trying to live everybody else's expectations and dreams? This video was a little bit longer, so I'm not going to make too much commentary because the big commentary is going to come after the next video. Follow me. I mean, I even shocked myself. You think that what I experienced with Guy was romance? Well, it was. It was a healing. It was a spiritual evolution of my part. It was two souls coming together. This next section with Emil is like a movie. I felt like I was living in a movie. See you tomorrow.